College annual Black History Month kickoff celebration. To commemorate and celebrate the contributions of our nation made by people of African descent, American historian Carter G. Woodson proposed the establishment of Black History Week nearly a century ago. A week-long celebration would continue to be set aside to recognize the significant contributions of African Americans until 1976, when, as part of the nation's bicentennial, it was expanded to a month. Since then, United States presidents have proclaimed February as National African American History Month. The theme for this year's observance is the Black family: representation, identity, and diversity. Under the dynamic leadership of Dr. Adena Williams Loston, president of St. Philip's College, she is committed to celebrating the rich cultures and legacies of our diverse communities. At this time, Dr. Loston will introduce our guest speaker for Black History Month. I present to you Dr. Adena Williams Loston.
Hello, I'm excited to introduce our speaker today as we kick off several events celebrating Black history. Today, our speaker is Judge Yolanda Huff, who was born in Taylor, a small town in Central Texas. She was born to Norma and Samuel Taylor Jr. We must know if there's a connection there. Her family soon moved to North Carolina, where she and her sister Yvonne were raised. At the age of 16, Yolanda's family moved to Austin, Texas. She graduated from Reagan High School and earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in 1989 from the University of Texas at Austin. Judge Huff worked and raised 3 children while earning a law degree from St. Mary's School of Law here in San Antonio. She opened a solo practice after earning her law degree in 1996. She practiced in Bexar and a number of surrounding counties, including Wilson, Medina, Atascosa, Frio, and Uvalde. In her 21 years of practice, she handled criminal, personal injury, and child protective services cases. While working the CPS docket, she represented hundreds of children and parents. She learned how important it is for foster children to receive effective legal representation. Criminal law was the biggest part of her practice. Her very first case, after being sworn in as an attorney by Judge Carmen Kelsey, was a criminal case she was appointed to by Judge Karen Crouch. She handled thousands of felony cases, which taught her that justice must be tempered with mercy. Besides raising children and running a law practice, Judge Huff donates time and money to several worthwhile organizations. She is a board member for Youth Transitioning into Adulthood, otherwise known as YTIA. It is a nonprofit that helps foster kids who are leaving the foster care system. She is a member of the Children's Court Ad Litem Association. She is a member of the NAACP. She served twice as president for the San Antonio Black Lawyers Association. She served for 12 years on the advisory board for the Dispute Resolution Center. She was a member of the San Antonio Criminal Defense Lawyers Association. And she was staff attorney for felony drug court for 2 years. This much needed court works with defendants who have substance abuse problems. According to Judge Huff, community, church, and her legal career have all prepared her for the most rewarding job of her career as judge of County Court 12. Her judgeship is an elected position, and she was sworn in and took the bench on January 1, 2019. She also presides over the mental health docket. Since taking the bench, Judge Huff has been asked to serve on the Bexar County Domestic Violence Commission and the board for the Ministry of Three Crosses. She leads the Bexar County Specialty Courts Coalition. In her spare time, Judge Huff enjoys reading, spending time with family, hiking state and national parks, and running marathons. She truly is a Renaissance woman. Please join me in welcoming Judge Yolanda Huff.
Hello, everyone. I'm Judge Yolanda Huff. I preside over County Court 12 in the Mental Health Court. I want to thank St. Philip's College and the Heritage Community for inviting me to speak today. When Dr. Sharon Crockett-Ray told me the theme for Black History Month 2021 was the Black family, representation, identity, and diversity, my heart skipped a beat with joy because this very idea and theme is something I've been thinking about for days. Diversity, representation, and the Black family. Let me take a few steps back and properly introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me. When I think of the Black family, I think of my own family, who are so representative of how the Black family has come so far in America. I truly believe that the Black family is just the backbone of our community. I was born in Texas, but raised in North Carolina. My dad was military. On my mom's side of the family, there are 12 kids. And on my dad's side, there are 10 kids. So yes, a big family, like so many Black families of that era. My family on both sides are just hardworking folks and military folks. I'm the first to receive a 4-year degree on both sides of my family, but other families members have gone on to receive degrees and even PhDs. I always say it only takes one to break that barrier, and you know many will follow. As a single mom, I have 3 children. I still have 2 that are in college. I graduated from UT Austin and St. Mary's Law School. I then went on to practice law as a solo practitioner for 22 years in San Antonio. In 2017, right after Trump won, I made the decision to run for judge. While running for judge, I carried this secret burden. That burden was knowing I really needed to win this race. Not because I really wanted to be judge, which I did, but I knew I really, really needed to win for my community. At the time I was running, there was not one single elected Black judge in all of Bexar County, a county of over 1.5 million people. What is really sad is the number of people that did not know this fact. I remember saying to my 18-year-old the night before the election, I'm nervous. I just need to win this so bad. My community needs this win. It's going to mean so much to our community when I win. The next day, of course, I won, and I was right. My whole community celebrated with me. Now let me explain why reputation is so important. I won on November 6, 2018. My swearing-in ceremony was on January 1, 2019. Now, I'd been an attorney for 22 years, yet I had never attended a swearing-in ceremony for a judge. Remember, no Black judges, no representation. On that swearing-in day, it took place in the historic Commissioner's Court downtown. My community showed up strong. One lady said it all for me. She said, and I quote, all around me, I see people that look just like me. You see, on November 6, 2018, 3 Black women were elected to be judges. This had never been done in the history of Bexar County. History was truly made that day. Representation is everything. Young Black boys and girls need to see themselves reflected in the judiciary of Bexar County. When you have no representation, you don't have a seat at the table. Judges have many duties besides overseeing legal cases. The judges are put on committees that make decisions that directly impact your daily life. Until the 3 Black judges were elected, Bexar County had never had a Black magistrate judge. Now, a magistrate judge are appointed or selected, if you will, by the elected judges. A magistrate judge is the judge that reads you your rights and sets the bond after a person has been arrested. Bexar County had never had a Black one. We now have 3. I'll give you one more example of what changes if Black judges have a seat at the table. As I told you, I've been an attorney for 22 years in San Antonio. I had never heard of an eminent domain committee. Now, probably a lot of you haven't either. Well, this committee is formed to address issues when the government takes eminent domain over property. Say, for example, the government does not pay you enough in your opinion. You can go before the eminent domain committee to address this issue. There had never been a Black person on this committee. I was given the opportunity to help select people for this committee. I selected 4 prominent Black citizens. I could go on telling you about the many changes having the Black judges, what it means to Bexar County. But one that really means a lot to me is the young Black women that continually reach out to me to tell me how I inspired them to run for office, finish law school, or just push on. I love being that inspiration. I truly have a servant's heart. I knew what winning my judicial race would mean for my community, our identity. Who are we? Does it matter that I am a Black judge? I'll let you ponder those questions while I say this. When I'm sitting on the bench and I see a 19-year-old walk into the court with a parent, I can just see the relief on their faces when they see me. Not because they think they're going to get any special favors, but because they at least know we have a shared experience of being Black in America. When I see a young Black man, I don't think thug. I see my own 2 young Black sons. A shared identity really matters. Just like a shared identity means a lot to the Black community, diversity should mean as much to all of Bexar County, indeed all of America. As I was running for judge, I would say to my audiences, diversity is a good thing. The fact that I would have to continually explain diversity is a good thing still just boggles my mind. In a city as diverse as San Antonio, the leadership should definitely look like the makeup of the people. Now, Martin Luther King said in his speech at Monmouth College on October 6, 1966, "No racial group is an island entire of itself. We are all tied together, and when there is injustice in any race, it diminishes all people in this country." Martin Luther King also said in his I Have a Dream speech, "For many of our white brothers, as evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize that their destinies is tied with our destiny, and they have come to realize that their freedom is inextricably bound to our freedom. We cannot walk alone." So in closing, I say yes, diversity is a good thing. Diversity is what makes us strong as a people. We must continually strive to be inclusive. Society benefits when there is diversity. Again, I say thank you, St. Philip's and the Heritage Committee for inviting me to speak today. It has truly been an honor. Thank you so much.
St. Philip's College would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to Judge Yolanda Huff for serving as our keynote speaker this year for Black History Month. My name is Liz Castillo, and I have the pleasure of serving as co-chair for our Heritage Committee. A special thank you to all our committee members for your hard work and dedication in celebrating and honoring our rich culture and history. We invite you to participate in the many events that we have scheduled this year. We ask that you educate yourself, not just for 1 month, but all year long, on the vital role that Black individuals have played in building this nation and continue to play in shaping this nation. We ask that you center Blackness and think about how we can all be better allies. We thank you for joining us for the kickoff event for Black History Month. Please stay safe.